Please note, The Phantom Lover was published in 1921 and may contain period-typical racism, sexism, or other disquieting content. Hi, I'm Morgan, and today I will be reading Chapter 10 of The Phantom Lover by Ruby M. Ayres. Chapter 10. Esther climbed the stairs of the agency again the following morning. There was a little feeling of despondency in her heart. She had slept badly, and she had not been able to forget what June had said about Ashton. Esther was influenced by June's instincts, as she chose to call them. She knew it was foolish, but the fact remained all the same. When she opened the waiting room door, she felt half inclined to turn and go away again. She would only meet with the same answer. "Nothing that will suit you today, Miss Shepstone." But for a wonder, the room was almost empty, and the tall and stately one was standing at the communicating door. When she saw Esther, she came forward. "I was hoping you would call, Miss Shepstone. Will you come into my room?" Esther's heart leapt. She obeyed eagerly. A lady was sitting at the table, looking rather bored and irritated. She was gray-haired and handsome, and most beautifully dressed. She turned slightly when Esther entered, and stared at her through her lorgnette. Then she looked at the stiff and stately one. "Is this, the young lady?" she asked. "Yes, madame. This is Miss Shepstone." The stately one introduced Esther with a wave of her hand. "This lady, Miss Shepstone, is looking for a companion, someone who can work well and read aloud." She looked at Esther sharply. "Can you read aloud?" she asked. Esther stammered out that she supposed she could, but "That is a minor detail," the lady with the lorgnette interrupted. "Miss Shepstone, I am not wanting a companion in the ordinary sense of the word. That is to say, I do not want you to be constantly with me. You will have your own bedroom and sitting room, and I shall only want you at certain hours of the day. You will write letters for me, and make yourself generally useful." She paused. She searched the girl's eager face through her glasses. "How old are you?" she asked. 24, said Esther. "Humph! And what have you done up till now?" Esther flushed. "I was in the workroom at Eldred's. The manager has promised to give me a reference, but—" "Eldred's!" The sharp gaze wavered a little. "And why did you leave there, may I ask?" "I left to get married, but—" "But you are not married, of course." "No." "Nor going to be?" "Not for the present, but—" She was cut short again. "I don't want to get used to you, and to get you used to my ways, and then for you to leave me," she was told. "And I don't want a young man constantly dangling round the house." Her voice was sharp, but not unkind. There was a smile in the keen eyes. "No," said Esther. "I quite understand." There was a little silence. "Well," said the owner of the lorgnette then, "what do you think about it? Do you think you would like to come? Do you think you would like me?" Esther smiled, and there was something in this blunt questioning that reminded her of June Mason. "Yes," she said, "I think I should, but I hate that word," she was told promptly. I don't want any buts in the question. You either wish to come or you do not. I will give you £50 a year, and your keep, of course. It's too much for an inexperienced girl like you, but I think I shall rather like you. Well, what do you say?" Esther did not know what to say. The offer was tempting enough, but she thought of June Mason and the room with the mauve cushions where she was settling down so happily, and her heart sank. "I should like to think it over," she said, stammering. I have a friend I should like to talk it over with, if you don't mind, if you will give me just a day or two." "Take a week by all means. I am going away myself for a few days, and I shan't want you till I come back. Write and tell me what you decide to do. Here's my card." She took one from a heavy silver case and laid it on the table. She looked at Esther quizzically, then suddenly she held out her hand. "Goodbye, Miss Shepstone. I hope I shall see you again." And the next moment she had gone. The stiff and stately owner of the agency was smiling, well pleased. "You are most fortunate, Miss Shepstone," she said. "You have secured one of the best posts I have on my books. If you take my advice, you will not hesitate. Make up your mind at once." Esther did not answer. She took up the card from the table. Then she drew in her breath with a hard sound. For the name printed there was Mrs. Raymond Ashton. that is the end of Chapter 10 of The Phantom Lover by Ruby M. Ayres. Thank you for listening to this chapter with me, and I am very looking forward to reading on from this cliffhanger. This is quite a way to end the chapter. Have a great day.